Call this meeting of Scottsboro City Council to order. I finally feel like I've accomplished something this evening because Mr. Patrick Stewart has agreed to give our invocation. We'll have our pledge led by Mr. Keith Smith.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the many blessings that you have bestowed on us. Thank you for every public servant involved in governing our wonderful city. Help us to make decisions that will be pleasing to you. Help us see that we are servants first and foremost. Please give us the wisdom to make decisions that will foster the environment for every citizen that can flourish spiritually, socially, and physically. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Phillips, will you have roll call, please?
Mr. Mashburn?
Here.
Mr. Patrick Stewart?
Here.
Mr. Gary Stewart?
Here.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Wallacer?
Here. You have a copy of your agenda in your packet. I'll hear a motion to approve the agenda as written.
Make that motion.
Mr. Gary Stewart makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Patrick Stewart seconds. Any discussion? All in favor indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? You have in your packet a copy of previous minutes from October 8th. I'll hear a motion to approve minutes as written.
I make that motion.
Mr. Patrick Stewart makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Mashman seconds. Any discussion? All in favor indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Being no old business, we'll move to new business. First on the agenda is consider resolution for engineering services for Goose Pond boat launch expansion project. I believe this resolution names Kelly Group as the engineering firm. I'll hear a motion in favor of the resolution.
I make that motion.
Mr. Gary Stewart makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Mashman seconds. Any discussion? All in favor indicates by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is consider tourism grant application for Jackson County Tourism for Heartland Anglers Bass Championship. This is a bass tournament to be held here in a couple of weeks. I'll hear a motion to approve the grant proposal.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Patrick Stewart makes the motion. Is there a second?
I second.
Mr. Gary Stewart seconds. All in favor indicates by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is consider tourism grant application for Jackson County Tourism for American Crappie Trail. This is a tournament that I believe will be held next February.
That's correct.
Mr. Parsons. I'll hear a motion to approve the application for this grant proposal.
I make that motion.
Mr. Gary Stewart makes the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Patrick Stewart, second. Any discussion? All in favor indicates by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is consider 2017-2018 budget amendments. You have a list of those amendments in your packet. The mayor pointed out to me today that there was one item left off of that. I believe it's a scanner tool for the vehicle maintenance department. Is that true, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, it is.
Is that approximate cost? I believe you said $8,363.
Yes, sir. We had discussed it in
$8,363. That would bring the total of the budget amendments to $321,388. That being $140,000 in paving, $25,000 for cemetery building improvements, an air conditioning recovery unit for vehicle maintenance at $9,525. The scanner tool for vehicle maintenance at $8,363. We talked about the bass tournament for next summer, taking $25,000 out of this year's budget to put towards that. The Main Street startup of $10,000. The training to reduce our workman's comp fees is a cost of $4,500. Extra roll-offs for the sanitation department, $27,000. Computers for the police vehicles, $22,000. And then the new recycling program, we talked about a $50,000 contribution towards new recycled containers. All of that comes to a total of $321,388. I'll hear a motion to approve these budget amendments.
I make that motion.
Mr. Patrick Stewart makes the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Maxman seconds. Any discussion? All in favor indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is announced library board appointments. You have a list in your packet of applications. I believe Ms. Paradise approved or applied to be reappointed, and there were no other applicants. I'll hear a motion to approve Ms. Paradise's reappointment to the library board.
I make that.
Mr. Keith Smith makes the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stewart seconds. Any discussion? All in favor indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is appointment to the museum board. Yes. Again, we had board members apply for reappointments. There's a list of those applications there, and there were no other applicants. I will hear a motion to reappoint Dr. Darrell Britt, Clyde Broadway, Ms. Joyce Kennemer, Pat, I'm not going to attempt that, Switzenberg, and Ms. Serrano to the museum board.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Patrick Stewart makes the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Gary Stewart seconds. Any discussion? All in favor indicates it by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is appointment to Downtown Redevelopment Authority. You have a list of applicants in your packet there, along with their letters of interest. I'll hear any nominations to the DRA.
Are there just two? There's just two.
Two positions.
Two positions, yes.
I would like to nominate Mark Marshall and Emily Bradford.
Are there any other nominations? Being none, we'll close nominations. I have a nomination for Mr. Mark Marshall and Ms. Emily Bradford to be appointed to the Downtown Redevelopment Authority. All in favor indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is appointment of Assistant Municipal Judge. You have a list of applicants in your packet. I'll open nominations for Assistant Judge here.
I'd like to nominate Melanie Holt.
Mr. Smith nominates Ms. Melanie Coleman. Are there other nominations? Being no other nominations, we'll close nominations at this time. I have a nomination for Ms. Melanie Bradford Holloman to be appointed as Assistant Municipal Judge. All in favor indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is you have a list of application for appointment for municipal prosecutor. There are 2 slots available. You have a list of applicants with letters of interest in your packet. I'll open nominations for municipal prosecutor.
I'd like to nominate Brian Rice and Patricia Stewart.
We have a nomination for Mr. Brian Rice and Ms. Patty Stewart. Are there other nominations at this time?
Mr. President, I have to recuse myself from this vote.
Mr. Stewart points out that he will recuse himself from the vote for prosecutor. Any other nominations at this time? If not, I'll hear a vote on Mr. Brian Rice and Ms. Patty Stewart being reappointed as municipal prosecutor. All in favor indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll move to reports, or delegations, I'm sorry. Mr. J.P. Parsons?
Mine will be very short. Did want to thank Mr. Tony Wallingford and Mr. Smith for their service to the city. And as I told Keith, it has been a good run, and I really feel that. But just got an update on the report today from the Heartland Anglers. At this point in time, they have 210 boats that have registered, which is 420 registered anglers, and it's a 2-day tournament, and should have a tremendous impact as far as bringing in more sales tax and replenish the lodging tax fund, grant fund coming in, and I was sent a report from this American Crappie Anglers. They do a more of an extensive economic impact study on each tournament that they put on, and I will have a further report when that tournament is over with. And we have a question from Mr. Mashburn on the lodging tax. There's at least a 60-day lag from when lodging tax is collected and when we finally receive that lodging tax in Jackson County, whether it be in the city or wherever that might be. And so we will start seeing that as these tournaments come in after 60 days of peak in the lodging tax collection especially from these big tournaments. And that's something that, and like I said before, I won't bring you a tournament that will not replenish them and bring a good return to the city.
Well, my question, on these estimates, I'd like to see better numbers if we could.
You betcha. Yeah, and everything, the things I've given you are definitely estimates, but they're based on the numbers I was given from the organizers. But I'd like to get the exact, when the tournament comes in, get more of an exact figure to get a better economic impact study and numbers back to our city council.
Appreciate that.
You bet. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Parsons. Mr. Andy Teague and Scottsboro Jackson County Rescue Squad.
Thank you for letting me speak today. I'm here, I want to thank both Tony and Mr. Smith for their service to the city, but I'm especially here for Mr. Smith. We'd like to present him with a plaque tonight for all the years of service to our organization throughout his service here as the chief, police chief, and on council. Y'all know what it is when you're out there in the middle of the night and all day and all weekend and pouring down rain, and you get the support you get out of the police department and the sheriff's department too, but especially since we're here tonight talking about Mr. Smith and his service to us as an organization for all the years. I don't know how many years it's been a long time. How many years were you chief?
26.
26, and been here 12? 12, so that's...
And then 9 more for 48.
That was the number I was after, was 48. But I'd like to present this to you tonight as just a token of our appreciation for all the hard work for us and for the city and all the people here in Jackson County. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You don't know how much we appreciate it.
Well, I think it's, for those who are in the rescue squad, I think you know that I probably, you in the airport board, and I spend more time with than I do the city council. Because I remember lots of times we spent 8 and 9 days at a time on the riverbanks looking for somebody. No town should be without a rescue squad like we have. Because as Ralph can tell you, when something bad happens, we can't do what they do. And if not for them, we'd be in trouble. And families would be in trouble. I appreciate the rescue squad, and I love the rescue squad. You're just very important to the city, and I hope all of you continue to take care of them as we have always tried to.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Broke that one.
Yeah, I broke out and gotta get another. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, with that, we'll move to reports. Mr. Mayor?
I'm gonna ask you and Keith Smith to come forward and all the council.
The rescue squad was just wanting some money.
We'll be back next week now.
Right.
You can work it out, Keith, we take.
Might be good to
This is from the city of Scottsboro, and it states, this is Tony's, but Keith says the same thing, in recognition of 4 years of dedicated service as a city council member, place 3, November 4, 2014 to November 2018. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And Keith says, in recognition of 12 years of dedicated service as a city council member, place number 4, November 2006 to November 2018. Thank you for your service, commitments, significant contributions to the citizens of Scottsboro.
You got me in here, you hear, it makes it tough on you, Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Years, man. When you was born in Dead City, wasn't even sick, was it?
All right, moving on, Mr. Mashman.
The only thing is just to reiterate what everyone else has said, is I haven't got to spend a lot of time working with Keith and Tony, but the time I have, I've really enjoyed it, and they've done a lot for the city and the citizens, and it's took away from their families a lot, and we appreciate that. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Mashman. Mr. Patrick Stewart.
Of course, saying about the same thing, just have really enjoyed being on the council with y'all, and we've got a lot of things done, and looking forward to seeing you out there as a citizen.
Mr. Gary Stewart.
Well, I also feel the same way. I appreciate the time we worked together. I learned quite a bit from both of you, and we appreciate, as a citizen, all the time that y'all put into this. And we hope to see you soon. We're going to make sure you come and see us.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Mr. Smith, I don't know if you can squeeze 48 hours or 48 years into a few minutes, but the floor is yours.
Well, as I was saying the other night, I worked on this speech for about a month. And then when I sent it to my wife to be typed, it came down to 2 pages. So I think she was telling me something. But when one is young and looking to find a job, he or she should look for a job that they love the first day, and that they love, and that love continues to last them till the end, even if it's 48 years. They need to love it from the time they go to work to the time they finally let it go. My first love when working for the city of Scottsboro was the police department. It was a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job for 26 years. And then next came to city council. And to city council, my job was trying to help our citizens in any way that I could. And that's been my main concern. I've always had a listed telephone number, and my cell number has always been on my business card, so anyone could get in touch with me anytime. I thought that was very important. Having said that, I hope you can see how much that I love this city and these jobs that I have had for all these years. I love and appreciate my wife, my granddaughter, and my mother-in-law, who puts up with the many aspects of being with someone in a job like this on the city council. I like to let everyone know that I appreciate the support that has been shown me over the years, both at the police department, the police chief, and as a city councilman. I will miss serving the citizens of Scottsboro. However, one decides that it is time to move on to the next chapter in their lives. And I decided that it is now that time for me. I turn now the next chapter, or the next page in this chapter of my life. I'm very fortunate that I have with me my wife Cynthia to be by my side as we proceed on. Thank you very much. Tony and I won't be here next Monday night. Nobody will. Just Monday.
Thank you, Mr. Smith, and I also like to thank Mr. Smith for his many years of service. I certainly don't have the tenure that he does, but I have very much enjoyed and appreciated working with him over the last 4 years. I appreciate my wife and her being here and the support that she has lended in that time. I've had an opportunity throughout my professional career to live pretty much wherever I wanted to in the United States, and I moved back to Scottsboro approximately 12 years ago, and it was the best decision that I ever made. And serving this city has been a great honor and pleasure most days. I believe in Northeast Alabama, and I can honestly say there's nowhere else I'd rather live than right here. I believe in the promise and the potential of our area, and I look forward to seeing us continue to prosper in the future. The only other thing that I have this evening, many of you know my uncle Shorty Carter. He passed away this morning. His services will be Wednesday at 2 o'clock at Scottsboro Funeral Home. I've got many childhood memories of a group of men gathered around a wood-burning stove. That's the first place I met Mr. Stewart's father, was in Shorty's garage. And that was a very formative time in my childhood. So I asked for prayers for my family and his, and I'll hear a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Mr. Stewart makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
We stand adjourned.